Hello, welcome back. We have received a magic ring of tamed lightning from Xibalba. I don't know why, but there we go. I believe they might be out of the game soon. I think they are struggling in some war somewhere. Maybe they're just sending out all of their items to people. We got construction and enchantment finished, so we'll do the thaumaturgy thing now. Yeah, I'm hoping we can get to thaumaturgy in like, I don't know, 10 turns maybe? We'll see. Sooner than that would be even better, but... Dark Knowledge for nothing, and Arcane Probing for nothing. That's okay though. Had 2 battles then. One is Scouting and one is a Throne. This one is the Throne. So after I recorded the turn, I changed the orders slightly. Originally it was the She-Lords on attack rear, and the Dinyashi on attack closest. And I switched that around. Because I got scared that our She-Lords might just die into a fire early. I thought, I'll let the Dinyashi do that first while our She-Lords kill the lizards. But besides that, it's the same though. It's slightly different priorities. Gives the She-Lords some experience as well on the lizards. We do kill the fire earlies very quick at least. There goes one. Who's that? Decoys and Distractions ruins that one. We also have Beguiled by My Own Reflection here, who is then immediately instigated by the fire early. So, you know, I was correct that the fire earlies might kill the She-Lords. We did in fact lose one. But that's the extent of the upsets, really. The other mage just did Earth Ellies and Water Ellies, which don't really matter. The rest of the stuff dies without too many problems. I think these guys are all fatigued out now as well. Yeah, looks like it. Yep, no upsets. So we did lose one She-Lord, unfortunately. But it was the brand new one that had no experience at all, so I guess that's not too bad. And we got both of the items back. We got the Frostbrand and the Vine Shield. So all it really cost us was the 260 gold in the turn, really. It's not too bad. Lost 2 of the Mountains units and 10 Sacreds as well. But that's okay. Surprising news as well. This is not the Throne of Misfortune. So there must just be a site in the province that also causes misfortune. So now you really can play the game of guess what throne you just got, since you know the options. And it's not the Throne of Misfortune. Anyway, other throne news. This throne has no spellcasters except for the Anunnaki, who is Air 8. Probably going to do some crazy stuff. And besides that, there's also nothing of any great threat either, besides the Springhawks. We have lots of Enkidu soldiers, but these guys are kind of a joke. Lots of hit points though. Other than that, we got militia, we got regular archers. And that's it. There's a random griffin over here as well, but... Yeah, the big issue is going to be the Springhawks, which can be mitigated entirely with lightning resistance, since they just do lightning swarm attacks. And this thing, which I assume also just deploys a bunch of lightning spells. Probably like Glittering Fields or something, or... I mean, I don't know. I'm really not sure. But, I mean, I feel like if we thugged out a bunch of She-Lords and just gave them tons of shock res, they could probably take this throne, right? I mean, it's a thought. We know what's there anyway. It's literally just the Anunnaki and the Springhawks that are a problem. Interesting one. I wonder what throne this is going to be. Events then, Terram, a Wave of Religious Zeal, and Dovin, Black Steel Plate, 161 gold. Not too bad. Palisades and Azimor is finished. Siren Forest is cracked open. Kyoto Battle Affliction. And we got another National Hero with Valor. So, not amazing, but whatever. It's another good leader. And that's it for messages. Yeah, we got a Wave of Religious Zeal, I think in Terram, right? yeah, a bunch of Milesian spearmen. And this is not the Throne of Misfortune, it is in fact the Silver Throne, which is pretty cool. One of the better thrones, I suppose. 100 gold, Depths of the Silver Order. These are A2, S2 base, and then they can also get one of these picks. It's kind of cool because we have the Crystal Sork province and the Lizard province right next to it. So it's just a bunch of, it's basically an astral communion in this province every few turns, which is pretty nice. These guys could potentially have either fire or earth. Not quite what we're looking for, but you know, that's also kind of cool. I guess if they get earth and astral, we can make crystal coins eventually. But yeah, nice pickup. That's it for messages though. And here's the map. So this is the point from which things might start to get a bit quiet, we'll see. First up, we have to finish off Shinu. I assume this is empty and just has his prophet in it, but it could have a bunch of undead as well, I suppose. Because his prophet is a death mage. And we can see that there is an enchanted tomb here. So he has some death gem income. So he could be making skeletons or something. And for all we know, he's forged some items for his prophet. But I still think we should probably just storm immediately. I mean, I could just wait and bring over some gems to do earlies in the battle, but let's just go with what we've got. All the spellcasters are on advance and cast spells eventually, so if there are, you know, undead or whatever in here, they can help banish it. We have our devils. We're up to 8 devils now from the contract, which is pretty nice. These guys are on attack rear immediately, so they can just jump on the prophet and start stabbing him. Stop him from casting too much. I'm pretty sure the big guy has fire resistance, so the heat aura might not do anything, but they can at least, you know, stab him. That's fine. The bob tail's pretty good as well if it hits. Still jump on immediately. The other guy's just going to bless and buff. We got the 2 geared she-lords on attack rear. We have the Dinishi and the mounted guys on hold and attack rear. Skeletons are all on attack rear. They'll just walk forwards as they wish. I am also having the other mages do some Gift of Flight. So we can also drop Gift of Flight on our she-lords or on some of the Dinishi. We can also start flying around. Other than that, let's just hope there's no upsets. And that should be the end of Shinu. So that's nice at least. Over here I'm just moving some stuff over to Azimor, since the Palisades is finished now. I'm doing no recruitment at all this turn. No mages, no units, no nothing. Because we're doing a lot of building. We're upgrading this to a fortress, that's 2 months. And then we're putting down a temple in Bonelands as well. That's another 200 gold. And yeah, just moving everything over. Some things might take a few turns. Moving some of the stuff out of Shinu over here. They can defend this forever. We have our healers in this province now as well. The priest's about to arrive. Nature Mage is already there, doing vine shields every month. And I'm forging a water bracelet this turn, so next turn Gol can do some site searching too. And that's all fine, we can kind of ignore this for the time being. Unless we get attacked. Just start trying to ramp research now. Big Red Arrow is my god, heading over to Bogger Beast to claim the Silver Throne. I'm much happier that that's the Silver Throne and not Misfortune. Didn't really want to lose any of our luck scales. Although this is now on Luck 1, interestingly. Yeah, I'm gonna search this site. I checked which magic sites cause Misfortune, just in case, you know, there is a site here doing that. There's one that causes Unrest, so I don't think it's that one. And then there's 2 more. I think one of them's Air and one of them's Astral. I can't remember. But either way, I'm searching this site with, searching this province with Arcane Probing, Voice of Apsu, and Dark Knowledge. So Arcane Probing will find the Astral site if it's there. And then we've also got an A4 mage searching for Air sites too, so we should find whatever site is here. So that's good. And I'm also using this turn to build a temple, build a lab, and build a palisades. So we'll just start getting this province set up nicely. I'll keep recruiting the Sorks and the Lizards when I can, and yeah, they'll just always move into this province. It's also very easy to move our big cat mages into this province too, which is nice. So I'm just going to try and load up the thrones for the next few turns, make sure they're well defended. And yeah, we'll try and hit the research targets, get the globals up, and then attack probably Ashdod. I mean, they still look very weak. They might get rolled by Ulm before we do anything though, but that's okay. We have other options too. And we do have 2 more thrones next to us that we can try and work towards, I suppose, assuming we take this. But we'll see what happens. I don't think there's much else to say. Making vine shields every month, Fortress getting upgraded, doing lots of site searching, making a water bracelet and a moonblade, summoning allies, doing site searching, storming castle, building buildings, and that's that. The moonblade will be for this guy. I noticed he's picked up a horror mark from the soul contract, so we'll give him a big magic damage weapon to hold, so that if he does get attacked by a horror, he's more likely to kill it. Got a magic resist amulet as well to protect from damage reversal and stuff. Would be nice to keep him alive. That is the turn though. So far so good. Turn 35. I really think that next turn we'll have like 800 research. That's what I'm hoping for. And we'll just try and rocket towards those globals. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next turn. Hello, welcome back. Got some thaumaturgy done. We're up to about 900 research. Should go up a bit more next month as well. That's cool. Try and get through this. Did some side searching. Did we find any? Yes. We got a Lantern Fens, we got Barreling Mound, and we got Doomcloud. So pretty good turn for finding sites. I think they're all in the Throne Province, so I'll look at those in a second. We saw Ulm attacking Ashdod. Big army into nothing. So yeah, I think Ulm is pressing his advantage now. There's a lot of mages in there. A lot of units too. So I suspect he's going to push onto Ashdod's cap pretty quickly. I'll try and get a scout over there eventually. There's Exobodia though. 300 things, including 16 mages. So yeah, pretty big army. Next up, huge surprise. There was a battle in Shiniyama. Looks like Shiniyama's god has woken up. We have A4, E4, S5, and N4 on a monolith. Pretty hard to kill. We had our cows patrolling, unfortunately, so yeah, a lot of our cows went up against this monolith. Do I really need coloured squares? Probably not. Having a bit of a hard time hurting it. Now, this does not have blunt resistance, and our cows do blunt headbutts, so they do have a bit of an advantage there. But unfortunately the cows, not enough to take out this dastardly monolith that has dropped onto us from space. Don't think we did... no, we did no damage to it. So there we go. And that's Shiniyama. Lost half of our cows. We also stormed the palisades or castle or whatever it is in Sarin Forest. And there's nothing here. There's just the last samurai. Makes sense. I believe the devils immediately kill it. And that's that. So although we are now currently under siege from Shiniyama's monolith, Shiniyama was vanquished this turn, so yeah, that's the end of that. It's a pretty funny time for it to wake up, just in time to just vanish entirely. Oh well. Farewell to Shinu. Thank you for not going AI immediately. Always nice to see when people stay in the game. Events then. See you plenty. We got 6 death gems. Azimar, we have 243 gold. And Soaked Earth, we have even more gold. Plus an ice sword and some unrest. But oh well. Worldwide event as well then. Believe it or not, it is the Stars Are Right for constructions yet again. So we have the 20% construction discount again, which is pretty nice. We're under siege in Shiniyama, but yeah, that's going to vanish this turn, so no problems there. Did some patrolling, cured some afflictions, and so on. And here's the map now. Still very quiet, so yeah, I'll try and get a scout over to... in fact, I can do that now, can't I? Can you cross this? Yeah. We'll put a scout in Ashdod's cap. See what this looks like. If it looks like he's just going to get wiped immediately, we should probably try and take this throne before Ulm can take it. Maybe I should start moving units out now, because it's going to be awkward getting through all this wasteland. It's fine, though. We'll wait until we see what's happening here, and that's okay. Yeah, this time though is going to be very chill. I am doing quite a bit of forging because of the discount, but besides that, we're mostly just sitting still and researching now. We'll try and get all the globals up, and then we'll try and attack somebody at that point. Over in our throne, which is being claimed this turn by our god as well, we have Lantern Fens, Fire Gem, Burial Mound, Death Gem, and Doom Cloud. So this is what we're spreading the misfortune. 2 Death Gems, 2 Gems. We'll claim that throne this turn and start recruiting the Adepts of the Silver Order as well. It's going to give us an additional 100 gold. And then we're also going to break Siege on Shinir and get the gold back from this as well, which we lost this turn. So income should be pretty nice next turn. We'll be approaching 3k, I think. Which will be nice. I'll start getting more scouts out over the next few turns. In terms of forging, we're doing Vine Shields, Girdles of Might every month as well. Doing some Frostbrands, Skull Mentors. Going to try and get some of those out. Rainbow Armors. So this is nice. With a hammer, we can forge Rainbow Armors for 6 gems instead of 10 during this global event, which is quite nice. So this was always a really good armor in Old Dominions. Back when you could get permanently cap resists on your other gear. Magic resistance and reinvigoration, always nice. Yeah, this is a nice armor in general though. I'll just get it for some of our Lords, why not? So yeah, it should be 5 air and 5 nature, but it's only 3 air and 3 nature with a hammer and the global event, which is very cool. Also getting, yeah, Frostbrand, Skull Mentor, Rainbow Armor, another Skull Mentor, and that's it. I'm also building a temple in Siren Forest, so might as well have a nice safe place to put out even more Dominion. And that's basically it. Yeah, Skull Mentors would be nice. These are another research booster, so Brian can make one since he's D2. So that's 14 research a turn. Quite expensive though, 10 gems, but it's only 8 during this global event, which is nice. And then the Skull Staff is on one of these guys over here, so that's another Skull Mentor each turn as well. Besides that, not much else to say. We'll start getting more temples down underwater. And yeah, I think we'll see what's happening here, and then we'll mobilize some stuff to take this fort. I mean, which is empty. I could just march some cows over, I suppose, although we did just lose half the cows, which is not great. Maybe I should start moving the undead guys. Because they'll take a little while to get around. That's going to be pretty ugly, isn't it? If I just start marching you two guys here. I suppose they could move straight onto Shambhalak and take that. 126 siege strength, and this is a 100 wall. Yeah. That's probably better, right? I want to get this because this looks like it's going. We'll just move straight from Sauron onto Shambhalak. That makes more sense. We can move some She-Lords over here as well. We're going to be making lots of items this turn, so yeah. Yeah, that'll be the plan. We'll just see what this looks like first. That's okay. Gaul, by the way, is also doing some site searching in Azimar, so if there is an air, water, or nature site, we'll probably find, maybe, are there any water 4 sites? I don't know. But if there's any of those paths here, we should find them. That's nice. Gem income's really good at the moment. 15 death is crazy, but I just don't know how to use them effectively at the moment. We'll see though. For now, yep, just going to leave things there. So that was turn 36. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. Got some thaumaturgy done. We're on 4. We are achingly close to 5 as well. We did 10 more research. On about 900 research at the moment. Thaumaturgy doesn't give us much early on, but we can do all of the remote site searching spells now. I've turned on Auspex for a bit. Try and build up some gems. I'd like to have a nice stockpile while we get to Thaumaturgy 8. Do a big overcast on Galegate to make sure it stays up. Then go back for Dark Skies. Yeah. Same targets though. You know the drill. Did some site searching. Don't think we found anything this turn now. We did claim the throne though, so that's nice. We also had Gaul search for air, nature, and water sites in our throne. Found nothing. Unfortunate. Shiniyoma's been taken back since there's no god there now. And we saw a battle in Ashdod, but nothing patrolling. Just saw Ulm putting it under siege. So, yep. We'll see a fight if there is one. Events then. Koromu, we got 500 gold, some gems, and an Axe of Hate, which is kind of cool. Soaked Earth, we got some water gems, and Ligria, we got even more water gems. A witch was drowned in the well of a village. Sounds safe. Worldwide events, still got construction rituals. Miklan got attacked by some long dead, and Azimar's been built and upgraded. So, just Bog of Beasts to go. And that's it for messages. Yeah, since Ulm is probably about to take Ashdod's cap, I'm just going to clip Ashdod's border quickly, try and pick up this throne. We do know that this throne is the Throne of Water, since it's the only throne that Ashdod has. This would be such a nice pickup for us. It would give us 3 more water gems for Vengeful Water when we get to it. And then putting 3 defense on our Bless would be incredible, since we already have almost 30 defense on all of our She-Lords anyway. Yeah, so if we get this fort in Ossuary and this fort in Shambhalak under siege, Ashdod suddenly has no income since they have no forts, which would be bad for them. So the stuff in Stone Forest is just going to move on to Shambhalak. This looks empty. It's a 100 wall fort. We do over 100 siege strength. Same army we saw when we were fighting Shinu. We've got 2 geared She-Lords. We have a bunch of devils being summoned from our contract. A couple of sacreds, lots of undead. Nothing really fancy. Just blessing and walk forwards. Since it's empty, should be no problem. World's Teeth, we have a new geared She-Lord. Well, actually this is an old one, but it's new over here. Gonna hit this province, blessing Mistform attack rear. Good stuff. Ossuary is being put under siege by Nestcam. Blessing Mistform attack rear. Good stuff. Both of these provinces probably have 6 PD since it's quite well organised. Lost Lands is very strong and well organised though. So I'm just sending a winner best duck photo 2006 is heading in with slightly more gear. They have enough gear to have neutral encumbrance even in severe heat. And then they have a javelin on top. Why not? Not a javelin, a dancing trident on top. Why not? So that should be fine. Blessing Mistform attack rear. Don't suspect there'll be any upsets, but whatever. We'll take those 4 provinces. Send 2 guys into Land's End to take that as well. Storm Shambhalak immediately. And then it's just a case of moving stuff onto Ossuary to take that next before Ulm gets any ideas. Our Dominion is very strong. We're bleeding into Katiz, we're bleeding into Ulm over here, we're bleeding into Pythium here. Maragnon even, just a little bit. And we're getting another temple down in Whitewater. So if we can just hit Thaumaturgy 7 and get up Vengeful Water, we'll have very safe borders. Because I'm not confident we can hold Ossuary against something like this. We don't have the kind of force needed to deal with this in this area, I don't think. Because all of those spellcasters that they have are going to chip away at us. And they'll cancel out Mistform and stuff. Even if we deploy a bunch of Airlies against this, when the Airlies land on the mages, they'll just get insta-gibbed by evocations, I think. So I don't think we can hold this very easily unless we have up some defensive globals. So I'm trying to take it, but it might be a bit of a... right. Just got interrupted by a phone call. Where was I? Yeah, I don't think we can hold this without our globals up very easily. But who knows? I mean, we could just start hammering this with Seeking Errors. Let's thin it out a bit. And we could bring our mages over. We could do something interesting to try and fight it. But the thing we're doing here, where we're just relying on small groups with a couple of She-Lords with items, is not going to do anything to this, is it? So, going to be hard to hold this. We'll try, though. Now that I look at things, the only land connection into this province is this. So if we took this as well, and then this to connect the territory up, at least gives us some warning, I suppose. That doesn't really mean anything, does it, in the long run? Whatever, that's the plan anyway. For now, we'll just try to clip this, try to grab this, and see what we can do. But yeah, it might be a bit rough. We'll see what happens, though. I mean, usually when people finish off a player, they want to sit back for a bit just to catch up on research and stuff. So I might be passive for a couple of terms before they turn their eyes to this. But we'll see. Also, I guess I'm in a good position to strike on from this side if they attack here, right? So that's another thing in our favor, actually. It's probably not too bad. We'll try and get it anyway, that's the point, right? We're clipping the border, just trying to get them. And that's fine for now. Besides that, not much else happening still. Just concentrating on research. We're forging 2 Skullmenders every turn. We've also got that Fire Enchantress here now, so he's making some Lightless Lanterns too, which is another research booster. We're casting some Auspex out of Azima and also out of our cap, I think. Yeah. So might find some more air sites too. Yeah, we don't have a lot of gems. We're making 10 a turn. We're spending 7 a turn at the moment between Rainbow Armors and 2 casts of Auspex. With the global up, the construction discount up. So, you know, I'll just do this for a bit and try and find some air sites somewhere. And then we'll turn it up and start saving. But I mean, we're a long way off Galegate, right? I don't know. We'll try and get over 1,000 research though. Anything else to say? I'm not sure. Let's just check. So there's some items and forging. There's some items and rituals being done. Voice of Apsu, Frostbrand, Skullmentor, Rainbow Armor, Arcane Probing, Auspex, Skullmentor, Palisades. Yeah. So big things are just putting down more temples here and attacking Ashdod's border. That's about it at the moment. Still doing lots of recruitment and all that good stuff. Oh, and I am. We did get our first gnome finally. Be the gnome is being empowered in fire. We'll probably put a coral blade on this guy at some point. Yeah, but we'll get him in fire. He'll be F1 E2, so he can make charcoal shields. He can also make earth boosters as well, so we'll do that. Well, boots at least. One thing I was quite interested in doing is if we happen to recruit an adept here with earth, I think we can get crystal coins out of that, right? Are crystal coins E1 S3 or is the other way around? I'm not sure. I think that gets us crystal coins. So potentially we can get up to Astral 5 at that point if we get an S3 adept with 2 Astral boosters and a coin, which probably lets us do something. At a minimum, it lets us do Divine Name, which might be funny at least. So, you know, there's that. That's the turn, though. I'll show off the Axe of Hate in case you don't know what that is, which we got from the event. This gives you negative poison resistance, but it's a pretty nice sort of anti... well, it's good against, like, super combatants and stuff. Since it always does fatigue, there's no magic resistance roll, and it's just armor negating. So it does 20 points of fatigue plus disease whenever it hits you, which is pretty cool. You have to actually deal damage to trigger these effects, though. It's extra effect on damage. But pretty nice item. Interesting one. There it is, anyway. But that's the turn. So that's turn 37. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.